Tashi Delek. My name is Nawang Jampa, known online as a monk. I'm currently studying and practicing at Sera Monastery. Let me tell you a story from the second scroll of the Za Bao Zang Jing. There once lived a great king named Prasenajit. He had a daughter, Princess Laiti, who was born extremely ugly, so disfigured that she had 18 types of deformities. People couldn't bear to look at her. The king was deeply troubled. He issued a royal command across the land. If there's any poor and lonely son of a noble family, bring him to me. At the edge of the city, there was a young man, orphaned, homeless, living by begging. A royal officer found him and brought him before the king. The king said to him, "I have a daughter. Her appearance is hideous, and she's never been seen in public. If you're willing to marry her, she will be yours." The young man replied respectfully, "If your majesty commands, even if it were a dog, I would not refuse. How could I decline your daughter?" The king was overjoyed. He immediately arranged the marriage, gave the young man a house in the palace, and warned him strictly, "She must never be seen by others. Lock the door when you leave, and close it tight when you return." Later, the young man made friends in the city. They often held feasts and brought their wives along, but he always came alone. The others teased him and said, "Next time, everyone must bring their wives. If you come alone again, you'll be fined." So at the next gathering, he came alone again, and was fined heavily. He didn't complain. This happened 2 or 3 more times. Finally, he told his wife, "I've been fined many times because I can't bring you." She asked, puzzled, "Why can't I go?" He sighed, "I promised the king to keep you hidden. I can't break my word." Princess Laiti was deeply ashamed. She felt sorrow and guilt. Day and night, she sincerely chanted the Buddha's name, praying with all her heart. She cried as she prayed, "The Buddha came to help all beings. Why have I, with all my sins, been left out of his compassion?" Moved by her pure sincerity, the Buddha appeared, rising from the earth. At first, she saw only his hair, and her own hair began to change. It became soft and beautiful. Then she saw his face, his eyes, his ears, his entire body, and with every glimpse, her joy grew deeper, and her appearance transformed accordingly. In the end, she became as radiant and beautiful as a heavenly being. Meanwhile, the young man's friends made a secret plan. She must be either incredibly beautiful or unbearably ugly. Let's get him drunk, steal his key, and take a peek. That night, they made him drink until he passed out, took his key, and quietly entered his home. To their shock, inside stood a woman of stunning beauty. They quickly shut the door and returned the key. When the young man woke up, he went home, opened the door, and saw a beautiful lady standing there. Startled, he asked, "Who are you, divine being? Why are you in my house?" She smiled gently and said, "I'm your wife, Princess Laiti." He was stunned. "How can this be?" She replied tearfully, "I was ashamed that you were punished because of me. I prayed day and night, sincerely chanting the Buddha's name. The Buddha appeared, and with each glance, my heart rejoiced. My body changed with my mind. My face transformed into what you see now." He was overjoyed and rushed to tell the king. The king, too, was amazed and happy, but still puzzled. He brought his daughter and son-in-law to the Buddha and asked, "World-honored one, why was my daughter born so ugly, yet now appears so divine?" The Buddha replied, "In a past life, your daughter was a noble girl. One day, she gave food to a Pratyabhuta who was begging. But upon seeing his coarse features, she scorned him and said, 'He looks like fish skin, with hair like a horse's tail.' Because of her act of giving, she was reborn in a royal family. Because of her words of insult, she was born with an ugly face. Because of her sincere repentance, she was able to see me. And because of her joy upon seeing the Buddha, her form became beautiful and radiant. All those present were moved. They bowed to the Buddha, gave rise to faith, and vowed to live righteously. One harsh word can bring ugly results, but one sincere thought of repentance can change your destiny. Chanting the Buddha's name with a pure heart can transform karma into light.